Silk and Rachel Skarsgård. Thank you guys for being here. Very excited. Thank you for having me. How do you like your eggs at brunch? I'm fertilized. What? Okay, great. Thank you for coming.
Beginning, I started playing her, and I had these beautiful costumes, and everyone's like really serious. And we had a scene, and the director came up to me and she said that you have to stop doing the eye roll because that's not really Elizabeth. And I was like, I do it subconsciously, rolling it out. So yeah,
the response was.
I hadn't even noticed how you play a character, you inhabit a character for so long that the line between that character and you, sometimes it blurs.
It wasn't so much Lauren. I mean, you definitely have things that you hang on to, but it was actually the android. But it was on Winona Earp, and there's a scene, and it might have made it to the cut, I'm not sure. And my heart jumped out of my chest for a second because we're in this scene, and I literally just went. And I was like, what the hell was that? And it was literally, I just forgot for like a moment that I wasn't this bloody android. Winona Earp playing the least androidy character, like you can't even imagine when you see it. But I kind of hope it's in there so that you can go, oh no, that's the moment.
I don't know, I mean, I took a very long break after Lost Girl ended, so to be full-time mama, and I'm, touching and going like,
but with no end of cleavage everywhere you went.
I still wore the bra and had my dangers.
Anna's at Whole Foods, like trying to suck chi. Like, what are you doing?
During filming, because we were so immersed in it. Like, if I went out on the weekend, I can remember being at, at a pharmacy buying stuff, and someone was kind of worried behind me, and I turned like, and I saw the camera push in. Like it was.
And I ran in and went, Bo, no!
No, but yeah, it becomes part of you for sure.
The people that I was going to get to have in my life now forever, which is awesome. Like the cast, that whole experience, you guys, especially. But the fandom, I had no idea. And when you talked about the panel, like it was the same thing for me at the Toronto Expo. That was crazy to me. Like it was this like 2-story theater, and there were so many people, and I was so nervous. I couldn't believe it. It was wild. So no, I had no idea. None.
And then when did Valkubus become sort of a discussion for you, the actors? When was that brought to you as a possibility or as a development in the script?
It just kind of happened organically because I was supposed to be Chris's love interest, and they quickly realized that was like, they're like, this is just lots of guys to watch. Like, we're not doing this. And then we just had good chemistry. And so yeah, did anyone talk to you about it being a plan, or
no?
When did that even happen?
I don't remember when it happened. I do know that the relationship between Bo and Tamsin in the beginning was very adversarial, which was great because they were both sort of on an equal playing field. powers and strength, and it was very, there was a lot of conflict, there was a lot of respect between them. So it shifted organically.
You kind of had that dynamic, that sort of adversarial dynamic with every character. Chris. It started off kind of push pull.
I punched him.
You and I literally hated each other for a long time, and then I delivered your baby, and it was amazing. You having a baby? It was crazy. It was crazy. I'm still, to this day, I can't quite get that out of my head. I thought she was going to blow a fuse.
I thought I was going to blow up.
I've said this before, but I've been at 3 live births where actual humans came out. And that's the most frightening thing I've ever
I was right to the devil.
She needs a doctor, and I am not one. So I'm gonna, like, she was incredible. It was the most realistic non-birth birth in the world.
I think I told you that too, because I had Sam at that point. I was like, that's pretty much it.
She might
My
poop.
praise.
Do I tell her? Like, do I tell her if it happens, or do we pretend? She's on a trailer. Do you remember she was on a trailer?
And it was all lined up. And then they were like, all right, she's sucking all your juice.
I wanted to ask if each one of your characters was in this room right now, seeing this massive audience, and everybody shipping different people, and if they could like imagine that their lives for the past 5 years had been like televised as like a reality show. And here we are now, and there they are now. What do you think they would say?
Well, I'd probably be like,
That's
damn,
not
I'm
amazing.
dead. Does anyone have a burrito?
I don't know. I mean, gosh, it's a kind of a really cool question and a really cool like image to imagine Lauren and walking out here and being like, "Hi, what the? Who are they?"
I don't know, but the sexual energy.
Hi there.
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Eden?
Yes, please.
There you go, Eden.
Cool, thank you so much.
My
See you
pleasure.
later. This is my last one. Can't believe it's over, but it was so intense.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't know.
So ClexaCon is over. I just thought I would make a video to kind of reflect on everything. I am shattered, as I'm sure you can tell by my voice. I'm so exhausted. I'm at the airport right now. My flight yesterday was cancelled, so I got stuck in LA for a day and went to Disneyland. But now it's time to go home, and I am going through some really... Well, first I'm exhausted physically, but emotionally it was such an incredible weekend, and I felt elated on so many occasions and crushed on one occasion. It was just the most incredible experience ever, honestly. I don't know how else to describe it. However, now that it's over, for some reason I feel really sad and just empty and heartbroken, and I don't know why. The thing that had happened that I actually didn't expect to happen and kind of broke my heart is that I had one photo up with Kat and Dom, and I had to miss it. Well, I didn't have to miss it, but I missed it. I missed it, and it was on the last day when all of my friends went and I was supposed to go with them. It was supposed to be a group photo, and I freaking missed it, and I went to the bathroom and cried. However, the reason I missed it is because I wanted to line up early for the Docubus Valcubus panel, because I wanted to make sure that I could ask a question that I'd been wanting to ask the cast for a year, and I actually got to ask them that, and the entire cast answered, and they gave the best answers ever, and I was like floating out of my body, and that was just like a dream come true, like getting to stand there and ask Rachel and Anna and Zoe a question. I think, yeah, it was just, I can't describe, it was just amazing. So if I had to choose, I wouldn't have changed it, because even though a photo with Kat and Dom, with my friends who came with me all the way from New Zealand, would have been so precious.
Ladies and gentlemen, to all Philippine Airlines passengers holding other airlines boarding pass.
I actually prefer having one-on-one sort of interactions with them as opposed to having a photograph, because when you have a photograph, yes, the photo lasts you forever. However, the photograph is a momentary thing. Like, you go into the booth, you snap a photo, you stand next to the person for a second, and then you're out of there, and that's it. Whereas when you get an autograph, or in my case when I got to ask them a question at the panel, it was a very unique moment, and like, it's very sort of personal interaction and a moment that you can cherish forever. And I think those moments are more important to me than photos. So yeah, I was absolutely gutted about missing the Way Hot photo, but getting to ask the Lost Girl cast the question just meant everything to me. So if I had to pick one moment from the entire weekend of what was my favorite thing, it would have been that moment right then. Honestly, nothing comes close. The only thing that does kind of come close is I got to talk to Rachel for a bit, and I just love her. She's so funny, and she's so kind. I appreciate people like that, and her character was just my favorite character, hilarious character. So like getting to meet her was just a dream come true. And of course the rest of the Anna from Lost Girl as well. Also Kyler, oh my gosh, I'm so upset that I could not record my interaction with her, the autograph. She was just precious, she was just hilarious. She laughed so much when I gave her as a birthday card the picture of her as June Tuesday from that 80s show with like balloons in the background of her like hair spikes and all that. Yeah, she was just wonderful. Just so many good things. And now it's all over, and I don't know how to process this. But I think if I had to do it again, these are the things that I would remember. If I could go again, I would only go with friends. Now that I've been with my friends to the convention, with 3 of my friends, I don't think I could go again by myself. I mean, it's worth it still, but going with friends, just, I think that was the thing that just made it 10 times more exciting. Because even though like we'd see each other throughout the day here and there, sometimes we wouldn't see each other for hours, but we would keep in touch through messaging, so we could still kind of be there for each other, and we understood each other's excitement and provided support for one another, except for Ali, who was supposed to stand next to me and provide me with moral support when I was supposed to meet Rachel. And then when they were about to say, oh, we're cutting the line in front of me, when the volunteer said, oh, they're gonna cut the line in front of me, she said, oh, look, all your dreams are falling apart. Kind of a friend, seriously. And now this is on a public platform, Ali. Just kidding. My friends were wonderful, and honestly, apart from meeting all of the people who I've met, sharing this experience with my friends was the best thing ever, and it just meant the world. So if you can go with friends, go with friends. Make sure you have a way of staying in touch, because you will not always be together. You will want different things, most likely. So make sure you have a way of staying in touch. Another thing I would recommend is, like they say, you know, keep hydrated when you're...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a service reminder for Shawman Airline MF830. Domestic airline carrier issued boarding passes. Please proceed to ticket counter 851 or gate 146 with your travel document for verification and exchange a new boarding pass.
Another thing that I would recommend is, like, they do say you should like keep yourself hydrated when you're at the convention. Keeping yourself hydrated equals needing to pee, and when you've been lining up for like 3 hours or more, needing to pee is like your worst nightmare. So yeah, I dehydrated myself, not intentionally, okay, semi-intentionally. I just really didn't want to pee, and as a result, I'm just exhausted. I'm getting like eczema under my eyes because I've been eating crap. Not enough food either. Like, I was just having snacks at the convention. But I mean, what you gonna do? Like, I've been planning this trip for like 6 months, so when I got there and I was like waiting in line for Kyler, there was no freaking way I was gonna give up my spot. No way. No how. Anyways, what else can I recommend? Okay, I was a bit worried that when I got there to the autograph tables, that the actresses wouldn't have very good photos to offer for signing. And they do usually have a variety of photos, not just 1 or 2, but they have a few different ones that you can choose from for them to sign for you. However, what I have found is that when you print out your own, and it's different or unique or special or random from the show that they're on, and you present that to them to sign, usually their reaction is like they pause and they look at it and then they make some kind of a comment, or like, oh, look at me here, or like, oh, I remember this. So because they're not used to seeing that particular shot, maybe, compared to all the other ones that are laid out on the table. So if you want a unique reaction from the actress, that's maybe a recommendation. You can print out something that you think is special or unique from the show, and that's more likely to elicit an interesting response from them. So that's just a tip, something I've learned. I don't really know what else to say, but would I go back? Would I do it all over again? I would do it again. It's unlikely that I will go next year because it's so bloody expensive, but I would do it again. It was honestly just the craziest weekend ever. Just the craziest, the most interesting thing I've ever experienced. Like, I've been to some other conventions like Armageddon, which is like a cosplay and comics and TV shows and that kind of thing, but nothing beats like being in a room full of queer women, supporting queer women, and having such strong allies come to the panels, come to meet you, make themselves available like that. It's just incredible. And yeah. Okay, that's it from me. I will upload my vlogs from Vegas are late, so I will upload those still late, and then next week, or rather this week, I will resume with reaction videos with Jane the Virgin. Bye!